Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wave Race 64 2018 Year in Review. I'm Dr. Fish, and 2018 was quite an awesome year for Wave Race 64. I'm gonna kind of go through month by month, bounce around the courses, and then I kind of want to take time, I'd say more towards the end, definitely to recognize the RTA achievements of this year. There was quite a few real-time attack, like full game runs that were just incredible and awesome. Really, the leaderboards have changed drastically from 2017 to 2018. I wanted to start this year. I wanted to start off with just recognizing some of the January times we had. Starting off the year pretty strong. We had Quick Persons come in with a 1:11.961 on Drake Lake, which I think is likely the first benchmark, first new benchmark achieved by a player. Followed by Baba Kanoosh, who got a 1:03. Let's find it. Oh, come on. Not a great way to start. Okay. Am I gonna have to restart, like, from the beginning because this thing's gonna be a pain in the butt? No? Alright. But Baba Kanoosh came in, and he actually got his first 1:03 on Sunny Beach, which was a 1:03.880. He has since then improved it, and I can mention that a little bit later. We got a 1:03.849. Mainly, though, I wanted to start this year on this course, on Drake Lake. Early in the year, we had a massive time come up, and that is this time right here, January 6th, 2018. Mo came in and dropped this fantastic run, which the first person in a very long time, if maybe since Hayate did it back in 2014, 2013, has anyone dethroned Ilu on Drake Lake. Let's take a look at this run. So, pretty much, once you get down to the 0.3 mark on Drake Lake, which only 3 players have, being Ilu Dude, Momo, and Shibipod, it gets really, really intense, trying to save every little frame that you can. And especially to get a 0.1, he has to get pretty much a 0.1 start, 25.1 start, or even lower. You need 1:22 lap, and you need another 23.0 to get a 1:11.1. And Mo just super smooth. He gets a 23.045. He's still ahead at this point, but which is fantastic to see. He actually was ahead of his splits heading into lap 3. I would probably have choked this, but not Mo. Not Mo. He came in and emphatically dropped a 22 lap. He gets it. 22.967. Holy cow. Just an incredible run. And this was pretty much broken in the middle of, I think, a Shibipod stream, or a modal stream. And everyone just had to know what was going on, had to know if it was real, and sure enough, it was real. And Mo took the Drake Lake world record from Ilu Dude. And thus, he poked the beast. And on top of the 1:11.8, Mo also got his 22 916 early in the year, early in January. However, his world record would not stand for more than a few days. Illudude on the 10th of January got a 111.114, and he clapped right back. He took back his world record. He said, Drake Lake is my course. And at that point, it was kind of seen by the community that there was a race going on. It was a race on Drake Lake, and it was the race to 110 that would take place over the next few months, between Illu and Mo. And as you guys can see, Illu slowly whittled his time down over the months, and he did end up with the 110, and I will come back to that. Come back to that later, and we will watch that properly. That's a fantastic run. I also wanted to point out, I also wanted to give some mentions to the Androgene, who got his first 103 in January, got a 103.910. And to Andy Panther for getting the benchmark lap on Twilight City with a 27.423, which is a pretty good lap. And so pretty much most of February was just watching and waiting with Illu and Mo to see who would get the race, who would get 110 first. But along the way, ShibiPod picked up another. He improved his already untied Glacier Coast world record, Glacier Coast reverse world record, and got a 120.597, which is such a difficult time. But along in February, Illu shaved it down to the 111.044. And also in this time, Hayate, who hadn't PB'd on Drake Lake in 3 years. So his last PB prior was the 701 on July the 8th, 2014. Hayate PB's Drake Lake with a 111.646. And so February was pretty, other than that, I couldn't really find any other amazing runs or new benchmarks. However, in March, things really started going in March. We have some reverse action. So I'm going to take us over to Port Blue. Specifically Port Blue Reverse. And I want to show these the obsolete runs, and I want to give a shout out to Game for on March 4th, Game moved the benchmark from 117 on Port Blue Reverse to 116 on Port Blue Reverse. Hi, Malivy. Thank you for coming in and saying hi. Thank you for the good luck. If I didn't really have to do this, I would definitely give you a Malivy W back. But just to congratulate Game on his benchmark moving. Game really moved the bar in reverse this entire year, and you'll see that throughout this. You can see this throughout. That Game just put up so much. And also, I forgot to mention back in January that Shibi also got the 109.911 Marine Fortress Reverse Untied World Record, which is quite the achievement. So again, congratulations on starting off your year very strong, Shibi. So March was also very RTA filled, and I will go into that a bit later on. So I'm gonna make my first mention, but definitely not my last mention of this person, and that's Metalhead. Metalhead on Marine Fortress. I have to mention this. The Marine Fortress 110-755 from Metalhead. Metalhead's first 110, from which we have the Metalhead pop-off. I won't go and I won't play it, but if you guys haven't heard it, go watch that video. It's amazing. And you can see the progress that Metalhead's made since getting that 110-7. He started that in March, and he ended up with that incredible time that I will show later. But the end of March. Nope. Sorry. And that's the wrong one again. There it is. Sorry, guys. Bye, Malavi. Have a great night. Back to Drake Lake, because it's time to watch just probably the best Wave Race individual level run ever. And this is Illu Dude's Drake Lake 110-996. So the race started in early January and it ended in late March when Illu gets the untied world record. Let's take a look. So, let's just enjoy this. I don't even have words for this. Wow. He even drops down to 118 a couple of times, which usually isn't very good for your run. But a 25-0 start lap. Wow, so you guys see he gets 122 lap, but his work isn't done yet. His hold speed so well, holy cow. I wish I could hold speed like that. And he gets another one. He gets it, Illu 110-996. In my opinion, that is the best run of 2018. Just undoubtedly. To me, you can even see his settings are a little off with the deinterlacing, but that doesn't matter. This run is awesome. Congratulations on your achievement, Illu. It's a bit sad to kind of hear from Illu that he thinks he's about done with this game and with speedrunning in general. Illu, who has contributed so much to our community. He was a great champion of our game and just willing of and just deserving of all accolades that he has in this game and all the world records he's earned over his career. And I also wanted to give mention. Oh my gosh. I also want to give mention to Hayate for getting his Marine Fortress 1 lap world record, 21.567, which he achieved. He achieved it on March 25th, 2018, which chipped away at Shibi's world records, which will kind of be a theme throughout this year, that there was a few players who were able to take records off of Illu and Shibi, and also Hayate himself, who held some world records. But it was awesome to see Hayate come back and get a world record. Just kind of say, I'm still here. I'm still a top Marine. I'm still a top player. Definitely still a top player in Marine Fortress. Who it seems like he has not only on top of his 21.567 5 former world record, he also holds multiple 107s. He also holds like upwards of like maybe 10 107s on Marine Fortress, but he hasn't been able to PB. But we know he will. He'll come back and he'll PB that course. He's just amazing. And then heading into April, we have Metalhead again. We have SRX happening, and during SRX weekend, Metalhead achieved a 109.735 on Sunset Bay Reverse, which was an awesome time for him to get, giving him what would be a amazing standard time. And really starting to set the stage for what would be a pretty active month on Sunset Bay, as well as some other courses, but Sunset Bay definitely receiving the most action. Also, the Androgyne achieved a 20.432 Sunny Beach 1 lap benchmark time, his first benchmark on it. As well as Illudude getting the 22.866 1 lap world record on Drake Lake. Also, just to make mention, Illu this year completed and held the sweep of Drake Lake for a very long time. He completed the sweep in January with a 111.423 on Drake Lake Reverse, and he ended, but that unfortunately would not last all year, but it would last many months. So Illudude improving the world record on the 1 lap to an 8.66. Amazing time. Shibby Pod also got improved his Port Blue 1 lap world untied world record with a 24.735 on Port Blue. An incredible lap. And Illudude also initiated another race. And this year being full of rivalries and races, and this one being the Sunset Bay race, to see who could get see if the 104 could be achieved. Hi Linus Dog, how are you? What's up, Tanner? Illu lowered his Sunset Bay time to 105.220. I kind of wanted to take a look at it, because this prompted Shibby to come along and play Sunset Bay, as well as Illu also improved his 1 lap to a 19.772 inch, which also put him very close to Shibby Pod's world record at the time. So let's go ahead and watch this run. So Sunset Bay as a course is definitely I think it's an amazing course. It's very much like turn dependent, as well as there's really like a few important parts that are a bit more important than the other, which is this first turn. Obviously, this first turn is very important. Get yourself set up for success on the lap. Turning and facing towards the boat, and then kind of just curling around turning around the ramp slowly. And then the second big part is the waves, and then after that it's that hairpin. So Illu being 28 hundredths ahead of his time, he wouldn't let up, and he would just be so fast on this last lap, and he would end up with the 105.220, and that's that 19.772 lap, just incredibly fast. Him and Shibby are the only two people to achieve times laps like that. Just incredible. Even adding to show that Illudude is not only a top player on Sunny Beach or on Drake Lake, but also can be a top player on Sunset Bay, or any course for that matter. And also, during this month, another incredible run happened. And this time, it was Twilight City, where Shibipod got this run. 123.795. That is so incredible. Shibipod already had a 123 at this point, but he improved his untied world record as well as getting a one-lap world record. And I'd like to show this run for you guys. This was achieved on April the 12th, 2018. Quite the run. Also this course just has incredible music. I really love the Twilight City track. The 29.2 lap. And Shibby just gets a beautiful wave pattern and is able to get under without even having to do a dive of his own. He just kind of was able to push through because of the wave cycle. So he that was just this is just an amazingly fast lap. Perfect movement, or near perfect movement. And he gets the 27.047 lap. But his work wasn't done there. He could have just taken the world record and maybe slowed up, but he continued and he finished very, very strong. At this point, he could probably definitely tell that he was going to be able to get a new world record. And he does with the 123.795. Just, again, incredible time. One of the best runs of the year. One of the best runs. Definitely one of the best runs ever. That's such an incredible time. Congratulations on that, Shibby. And so I also wanted to go back for some reverse, and oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for sticking through these technical difficulties on speedrun.com's end. I might be moving a little too fast, but I want to talk about Glacier Coast Reverse. Let's talk about the year that Glacier Coast Reverse has had. Where so for most of last year, there was not that many 122s, not that many, it was mostly 123s, and there's a decent chunk of 122s. Then pretty much Game had a 121.772, and Shibby had this 120.657 for quite a long time. So they were kind of 1 and 2, and then no one else. And then Hayate had third place with this 122.397. And then I came in, and on my birthday last year, I achieved my first benchmark, my 122.853, done on my 25th birthday. So that run was really cool, and it was the first of many for me this in 2018. So, but Glacier Coast Reverse, whether it's from me or from other people, really got a leaderboard change over the last year. Even Modal earlier in the year got the 122.611. So, that was really cool. And then, and now I want to bring up Metalhead again, who we talked about with his, getting his 110 on Marine Fortress, and his 109 on Sunset Bay Reverse. I wanted to bring up Port Blue because of all the courses to start your speedrunning career off with benchmarks, Metalhead starts on Port Blue. There was I don't know if there's been, I don't know how many people have done this where they literally start on, where their first benchmark is Port Blue. I think Metalhead, and also I think Hoshi did it as well. Koiro Hoshi did it. In 2017 he came on the scene with a 118, but Metalhead gets the 118.871 and gets the benchmark lap on top of it, which was a 25.369. That is awesome. And Metalhead would not stop on Port Blue. See, he's littered throughout this leaderboard on Port Blue. And also, just to mention, Sunset Bay, Androgyne got a 105.472, which is an incredible time, with a 19.8021 lap, which he would improve, and I think he either holds third or fourth place in the laps in total, with probably just being one of the few elite, or one of the few elite times on that course for lap. And I wanted to kind of wanted to go through and celebrate these players, and just talk about another player who worked so hard this year, and that's Stone Cold Hard. Stone Cold Hard really did a lot of work this year, and it started in May. It started with the SI 114, the Southern Island 114 benchmark, which I believe is his first benchmark time, his first benchmark course, which again is a course that most players don't usually gravitate towards for their first benchmark, but Stone Cold just really gets the course, and he did really well, and he got the 114.8. I believe he also got the lap benchmark at that point. So congrats to Stone Cold, and you improved so much this year, bud. And I'm looking forward to seeing you do more things in 2019, and really challenging yourself and other players in the process. And also, just to cap off, and I'll go back and I'll cap off Glacier Coast Reverse and show this run. And Glacier Coast, I love this music. I love this music so much. I want to show Shibby's current untied world record, the 120.366. This is an awesome run, guys. Let's just enjoy it. So I guess at the time Shibby was playing on a fresh cart, because he definitely already had the 120.5. So Glacier Coast Reverse is definitely an interesting course for sure. This is such a fast lap. I think this is a 28.5. Yeah. But it's also a very tricky course, and Shibby got some nice wave RNG there. Holy cow. He just retains his speed. He's retaining 102 through that turn, and that's crucial. That's so crucial to your run at that point. It's just holding your speed and trying to keep above 100. And maybe dropping down to like 99 or whatever, like maybe for one frame. 26.0 lap. On lap 2. That's nuts. And just to cap the run off, he's going to get a 25 lap here. And that's a 25.8. Shibby, again, showing his dominance on this course. His untied world record still is about a second and a half, but it's still about a second point, about 1.2 seconds ahead of the second place person at this point. So maybe someone can come along and challenge him, whether it's Game or myself, challenge him at the 120 level. But yeah, congrats, Shibby, on that untied world record. Just awesome. You had a really, like, Shibby kind of thinks he didn't have a great year. He had a pretty good year, honestly. He got a lot of world records. Yeah, he did lose some. But just his ability to hold majority world records with the amount of competition that's coming up. I don't know if this is going to be, I don't know if he's going to necessarily be, like, I don't know if he's going to be necessarily challenged by a lot of people on a lot of courses, but there's little chips showing. But Shibby's still just such a good player. And so now at this point of the year, there's runs that came in, such as my 121.935 Southern Island reverse benchmark, and my 106.972 Sunny Beach reverse benchmark. At this point, my quest was just to get top 10s on everything in reverse. So those are just some of the runs that happened in June, on top of Shibby's untied world record. But June was a month where we had Kapod 2 come out, and also in June we also saw the start of the storyline between My Oh My Pancakes and Gilly Guide, where Pancakes, one of the players in our community, didn't really have much of a setup going on, but he was getting these great times, and we really and the moderator team and the community really wanted to see what he was doing. So Gilly presented him, like, Gilly pretty much essentially proof called, and Pancakes delivered, and he delivered with some great times this whole year, including what he did in Kapod. But it also started Pancake's quest to overtake Gilly on Marine Fortress Reverse, which Gilly had a low 111 for quite some time. He's held fourth place for a lot of the time that he's had it. I think at some points he might have been third place. So in June, Pancakes came out with a 111.350 Marine Fortress Reverse PB. I believe that was with Mariner. And then in Kapod, Pancakes came out with the benchmark lap on Marine Fortress, the 21.966 on Marine Fortress with Dave Mariner, which hasn't been achieved by many other players except for, I think, Shibby's done it. So that was an awesome first for Pancakes. As well as working on his Marine Fortress Reverse, which I will get back to in a bit. And so Kapod 2 came out, which saw great runs such as Shibby Pod's 120.515 Southern Island Reverse untied, or not untied, new world record. We had Game come out with some awesome times. including a 134.973 Twilight City reverse tying of Shibi's 134 untied. We also saw Game get a 124.531 on Twilight City with a 27.335 one lap. Game also tied Shibi on Sunny Beach reverse with a 105.962. And Game also moved the Southern Island reverse benchmark to 120 with a 120.876. So really, June, it started with Port Blue reverse, and now we're at the point where Game's tied 3 of Shibi's untied world records. And that's just incredible. Or he moved the benchmark, and he tied 2 of Shibi's untieds. As well as Shibi also got the Marine Fortress 21.500 one lap. He reclaimed he reclaimed his world record, which is pretty awesome. So I think and also just a run that I love to watch because I just think it's incredible. I wanted to show Shibi Pod's I want to show Shibi Pod's Southern Island one lap untied world record. His 22.962 lap, which he put in Kapod, which is just incredible. And I think I'll also show Game's 130. I'll show Game tying the 134 because I just love what Game did with the video. So Shibi figured out the setup to get a really, really good time on the one lap for Southern Island, and on top of it, he gets underneath the buoy there, and he got the 22 lap, which is just outstanding. Let's change the music up a little bit here. Let's play some Sunny Beach music. Sunny Beach music's really good. All the music in this game is great. But I want to show Game's 134.973. It's just because I love it so much.
Not for long. Twilight City reverse.
So, Shibi was doing a video talking about kind of his future, Olympics, Kapod, and in it he kind of mentions that, you know, maybe Ilu or Moa have to do it to get to untie the 134 from Shibi. And Game took that as a personal challenge, and this happened. Just a great run by Game. And Twilight City Reverse becomes a huge theme in the second half of the year. So we will revisit this course later. But I love this run. It's kind of fun because another thing that happens is Shibi, in a big storyline, is also Game kind of creeping up on Shibi in reverse, taking just challenging Shibi's records on multiple courses. So we will also see that is a big storyline. Like we see Game tying 2 of Shibi's untied world records. So and kind of just putting Shibi on notice that he can do what he has to. He can definitely compete with him, which reflects in this last ranking period, as Game is now second in the rankings. He's finishing super strong. He needed a really good lap here, and he got it. He gets a 30.4, 30.491, gets the 134.973, which is an awesome run. So for all that Game did this year, he's one of my favorite players to talk to and not to watch play, but not only just that, but just to talk to in general. He's very helpful. If you need, if you want to talk to someone, have him talk to him for advice or just talk. He's great. Game's an awesome guy. And he just had a huge Kapod. Also in Kapod was Pancakes, Mile My Pancakes, Metalhead, and myself all had runs. I had a Sunset Bay 105.972. Metalhead had a very, very well edited section. I loved it. The 103.944 Sunny Beach benchmark, and Pancakes 21.966 Mariner Marine Fortress 1 lap benchmark. And also in this month, I achieved the Drake Lake benchmark and the Twilight City Reverse 135 benchmark. And also, at the end of the month, the Androgyne came back very strong with a 106.218 third place Sunny Beach Reverse PB. And he got a 103.597 Sunny Beach PB, probably like the day before rankings period ended. So Androgyne had an awesome year. And now at this point we have Olympics. And Olympics was massive. In July, I want to give a shout out specifically to Andy Panther, who PB'd every single course that he played. So just awesome work to Andy Panther. And shout outs to obviously everybody who competed in the Olympics. You guys, everybody did so awesome. Androgyne had a strong showing. Metalhead had a strong showing. I had a strong. I would like to hope I had a strong showing. Game had a strong showing, and Shibi also had a very strong showing himself, as well as Ilu coming in on a couple courses, and just everyone who competed. I did want to show a couple of runs in week 1 was Sunny Beach and Drake Lake. Specifically, we had a very, very late storyline on Sunny Beach Reverse, where Game had pretty much been playing to get the world record, and he pretty much went down to the wire, and Game was able to get this 105.844 Sunny Beach Reverse world record, which he's held now for the past 6 months. And it was just incredible. So the run's going to be down here in the bottom, in the right hand side. I'll keep the audio on for this. This is really good. And also, Shibi was playing Drake Lake, but this is about Game and Game's world record. His first ever world record on Sunny Beach Reverse, a very daunting course. He was very, very fast in the in that part of the lap. This course, like, you have to be very, very fast on this course, and 105 is definitely no time to like trifle with. It is very difficult to get. You can even see here Game's behind his Dolphin heading into lap 3 technically. So he needs a very good lap. So he needs a very good last lap, and that turn is awesome, because that turn is just incredible that he had. Got up the hill, up the wave, and down the wave very, very fast. Beautiful turn. Hits the straightaway, and he just needs to touch 120. He doesn't even touch 120, 129 on the speedometer, and he gets the world record. That's awesome. He only had a couple minutes too before the week was over. And in the VOD crash, the the local recording crashed, so they had to replay the stream to get the VOD for this. But just congratulations, game, on that world record. Well earned. And I know that. One sec. I know that I kind of want to cover everything, but at this point I'm kind of realizing that it's going really long. So I'm gonna try and be a bit more concise through here. If I skip over things, I apologize. I'm sorry. There was so much this year though. So just a couple notable times. Hayate got a new PB on Sunny Beach. Hayate came in multiple times this year and just blew my mind and blew everybody's mind with his runs. And Metalhead got a Sunny Beach 103.786, so a very good showing for him. Game got a PB on Drake Lake Reverse 111.580. I got the Drake Lake Reverse benchmark. Shibby PB'd Drake Lake Reverse, which I believe was the first time in probably a couple of years at that point. He had a 111.509 on Drake Lake Reverse. Just awesome week 1 for all those guys. In week 2 was Sunset Bay and Southern Island, and I kind of like to look at that as the moment where I arose as like a rising player in the game. I really put in so much work in week 2. I benchmarked every single course, and most of them were first time benchmarks besides Sunny Beach or Sunset Bay. I got Sunset Bay 105.722. I got Southern Island 114.958, I want to say. And I got Southern Island Reverse 129.924. And what I want to show, because I'm going to show another run later, I want to show my 108.876 on Sunset Bay Reverse. And I think this was the last day of the week, and I was just going through and playing Sunset Bay and Sunset Bay Reverse. I had already PB'd both of Southern Islands. I spent most of my week on Southern Island Reverse. Also, at this point of the year, it kind of became apparent that there was going to be a bit of a rivalry between Metalhead and myself. A lot of Olympics time, Metalhead and I, that we went for, kind of went head to head. Metalhead got a 109.063 on this course, which pretty much drove me to get the 108. I wanted to get a really good time on this course. I was gonna settle for like maybe a low 108. A low 109. And then Metalhead got that time, and I figured that I should just go for the benchmark. I wanted, because at that time it was gold. It would have been gold to get. However, Game got a 108.6, which gave him the gold medal instead. It's just a really good run, and I could have taken that tighter and gotten a better 108 to start, but great time. I also love the pop-off on this. I dropped the controller, if you guys can hear, and that's going to come into play later. Me dropping controllers. But yeah, that was one of my favorite runs this year. Because it was a fun session I had with Game playing. Playing with Game and hanging out in voice chat. So also some big times. Game got his first 105. Game got a 105.273 on Sunset Bay. Shibby took gold with a 105.222. And Ilu came in and got a 111.320, I believe. Game P beats Southern Island reverse, but that one with a 120.820, and Hayate had a great run of 114.353 on Southern Island, a big PB for him. As well as Shibi getting another one, as well as Shibi getting the 113.851 for gold, 853 for gold. And then we get week 3, which is Marine Fortress and Port Blue reverse. Marine Fortress and Port Blue. What am I doing? Sorry. We'll just keep this options music up for the rest of the time. I won't mess around with music. But Marine Fortress and Port Blue, not as many submissions, but we had some great times. We had Hayate got a 118.585. We got Shibi getting a 107.877 on Marine Fortress. Pancakes with a 110.877 Marine Fortress reverse with Hayami. He switched over to Hayami, and he did get the 110. I believe Gilly also got a 110. I'm not sure. I believe he also got the 110 that week. So congrats to both Gilly and Gilly and Pancakes for your times on Marine Fortress reverse. Really pushing yourselves and pushing each other. An awesome little side story. Metalhead getting a 118.688 on Port Blue, a huge time. And Hayate also getting a low 108, 108.156 on Marine Fortress. Game also PB Marine Fortress reverse with a 110.322. An overall pretty good week for especially for Metalhead. He also got a 109.698 on Marine Fortress and really pushed himself to get that 109 and to improve it from there. In week 4, and then heading into week 4, it was Twilight City, and it was Twilight City, and it was Glacier Coast. I just want to read off. We got Shibi got a 123.874 on Twilight City, just popping out incredible times on every course, putting him out of reach pretty much right away, as fast as he could. And Shibi also got a 115.078 on Glacier Coast, which I want to say is probably his closest run to the 114 since he got the 114.999. We also have Androgen almost getting the 134. Androgen got a 135.097 on Twilight City reverse. Metalhead got a 124.718 on Twilight City. And also in this week, I know it wasn't one of the courses, but Pancakes also got yes, that's true. That is true, Princess Rescue. But this year we actually had quite a few Powell records come in. Especially, we did have a Powell record on, I believe it was Twilight City Revert. It was Twilight City Southern Island Reverse. There's pretty much a bunch of courses that had new Powell records. One being by Jim B got a couple of them. I'm not sure if Gilly got any, but but Powell, we really moved to put Powell in a separate category to give it some notice. So Powell had a pretty good year as well. I don't have any of the times written down on here, but they're really great. But also Pancakes got his 110.750 Marine Fortress reverse PB, which is currently 3rd place. So congrats Pancakes. Again, you had an awesome year. Just to kind of close out week 4, we had I moved the benchmark on Glacier Coast reverse to a 121 from 122, which was kind of my story arc for the first part of the year. I would say was I worked from my 122 and I wanted to be the first one to get the 121, and I did it. So that was just a pretty cool achievement that happened. But I wanted to mention this run. Hayate's 134.797, which not only was world record, because he didn't submit it until he got the world record, this run moved the benchmark. So now benchmark on Twilight City reverse would be would be 134. There's also a little bit of a... I thought there was going to be kind of a race between Andrew Jean and I to get the 134. And both of us fell short in Olympics, but Hayate didn't.
3, 2, 1.
This was quite the time. Hayate using the tilt camera. Not sure exactly how people can use that sometimes, but it's so, because I find it to be quite difficult to use. But Hayate is such a smooth player, so it's not a surprise to me at all that when he puts his mind to something like this, he can get the time he wants. He improved from 135.4, I believe, to get this time. You can see he has the 134.8, but he didn't want to stop playing until he got the world record. And he didn't have the world record at that time. He was the first person to achieve a 134.7, as well as his new 10th. Such a great run. He had a really good first lap and a good second lap, and he really solidified it on this last lap, though. Again, another 0.4 lap he gets here. He even touches the ramp there. It's just so fast. That turn was so good that he had. The sharp turn on that course can be incredibly difficult to get. Boom. 134.797. Congratulations. It was a huge moment for Hayate when he got that. He also adds in that he also adds in a current his new like best first lap in the run, which I think is I think it's at 33.173. Come on. Come on, speed run. There we go. It's gonna take me all the way back to Sunny Beach. But that's fine. Olympics was awesome. Congratulations to everybody who got medals. Congratulations to it's just awesome times from everybody who competed. New faces showed up in Olympics. Some people who hadn't played for a while came back and played. But after Olympics, we have kind of going into the second. We're really like quite some burnout for these next few months. And I understand why, because Olympics took a lot out of me, took a lot out of players. So August, we have I because I was sick during week 3 of Olympics, I didn't get to go for the 118 and the 116, Port Blue and Port Blue reverse respectively. So early in August, I achieved both of those times, 118.933 Port Blue and 116.991 on Port Blue reverse. Metalhead gets a 25.197 Port Blue 1 lap. Just awesome. Port Blue is like Metalhead's course. It's definitely like his course. I'm gonna go over there because I think the next video I want to show is gonna be a Metalhead video. Actually, it might not be, because August also had another world record. So just as my apologies. Just as quickly as Hayate got his 134.797. Anyways, just as quickly as he got it, someone else came in and got that world record. I'm sorry, guys. This is awful. This site is failing so bad right now. I really want to show this run. My apologies to everyone on YouTube and on Twitch who's gonna have to watch this, who watches this. But pretty much, it doesn't seem like it's gonna let me do much. Shibby Pod got the Twilight City Reverse 134 world record. Yeah, modals. I'm gonna do that. So. Okay, so I'm just going to use this one. So you have Shibby Pod on Twilight City Reverse with a 134, 654. I'm gonna play it at about 125 speed. Just cause this is such a long course. But pretty much this is an awesome time, and I'll slow it down as we get kind of later into the run. But this was the first 134.6 achieved. Just incredible run by Shibby. I'm gonna slow it down going into lap 3. So Shibby's pretty far ahead at this point, but he still needed to finish strong, and this is such a good finish to the run. Shibby's, as far as I know, Shibby's like pretty much like the most clutch player, one of the most clutch players I've ever seen play this game. I think at this point, there it is. Shibby was so pumped when he got it. It was amazing to watch. But congrats, Shibby, on that time. And so Shibby takes back one of his world records again. And also, in this month, I got my 105.651 on Sunset Bay. Just whittling it down. That was a pretty big jump for me. And then September saw three new benchmarks. We had Hayate getting the 115 on Glacier Coast. We saw Metalhead get a 21.969 on Marine Fortress, and I achieved the 134 on Twilight City Reverse with Twilight City Reverse 134.982. And October saw Shibby-thon 2 happen, and Shibby-thon 2 is awesome. And some notable, just a few really good times, a few cool times came out. Metalhead and As Money both achieved new benchmarks. As Money got the 103. He got 103. His current PB is 103.885, but he got a 967. And Metalhead got the 111.955 on Drake Lake. Hopefully it'll load up. This speedrun.com honestly has been working very well for quite some time, and now today it decides to mess up, of course. But we see here Metalhead got the 111.955 on the 6th of October. And then a couple of days later, probably about a week later, I got my 103.975 Sunny Beach benchmark with the 20.3631 lap. Modal in October got PB'd Glacier Coast with the 116.727, as well as getting the 24.424 lap benchmark. So congratulations, Modal, on those times. Glacier Coast is an insanely difficult course. And also, Game achieved the 115 with the 115.915 Glacier Coast for the benchmark. And Metalhead on Marine Fortress got his 108.876. In November was quite the awesome month. November had some really great times, as well as had a world record. A benchmark got moved. And so November, some very notable times in November. We have Southern Game and I both challenged, both really shot up to Shibby's time on Southern Island Reverse. If I could go to the court, I cannot, of course. But I got a 120.570, and Game achieved a 120.542. And there was also some big times as I got my Sunny Beach Reverse 105.999, shibbying the 105 on Sunny Beach Reverse, and which changed the benchmark. I really want to show this time. So Port Blue was also a big focus. A big time happened on Port Blue. Metalhead got this time. So also, so there were some really great big times that were achieved this year. We had Game getting a 118.449. We had Mo getting a 118.420, and Metalhead getting the just an amazing time. Metalhead gets this 118.392. So Metalhead this year really established himself as a force on some of the more difficult courses, achieving the 124 on Twilight City, the a low 118 on Port Blue, as well as getting a 25.085, I think the lap is, and getting very close to tying Shibby on at his at his 24 lap. He's the only one with the 24 lap. Just an amazing run. First lap wasn't, I would say, particularly amazing, but laps 2 and 3 are both. But this lap 3 is pretty special. Because he's honestly probably a bit behind what he wants to be, and he has to put on the works, and he does. Metalhead's a very clutch jetter player. He has the 108 on Marine Fortress, which is pretty awesome. He has a Marine Fortress dive time with Jetter, I believe. I believe his time is with Jetter. Just an awesome time. 118.392 from Metalhead. Congratulations on that time, dude. That is incredible. Yeah, same month. 25.088 Port Blue 1 lap. We had Game get a Drake Lake Reverse 111.508, which passed Shibby. Metalhead also achieved his Sunset Bay benchmark 105.971, which is completes which kind of completes the getting the Sunny Beach, Sunset Bay, Drake Lake benchmark set. Almost getting all the benchmarks on Dave's phase, but he has benchmarks on times that on courses that not many people do in obviously Marine Fortress and Twilight City. But I wanted to shift gears one last time to Twilight City Reverse, and I want to show the current world record. Okay. And this would be my 134.597, aka I dropped my this run has quite a story behind it. In the end, as you guys can see, I had to show my cartridge save, and I pretty much started playing Twilight City Reverse again. I got a 134.7, and I shaved my time down to the 134.7, 679, which is very close to Shibby. And Twilight City Reverse is a daunting course, to be honest. Let's turn the volume on and put it up a little. I don't want to blast people's eardrums out. I don't even think it's very loud in general, so I could probably move it up to like here, because this is the actual cartridge. This is the actual video of it, not the music version. But I pretty much grinded for probably about 12 to 15 hours on it, and this run happened. I was pretty behind after lap 1. A very nice turn there. Really salvaged. I think that really salvaged the lap. No. Sorry. Play a little machine select music. I got a 30.845, which put me at a pretty solid pace, and I just clutched this out. For my first ever world record, and wouldn't be the only time that happened this year.
Guys, I got the world record.
I dropped the controller, and what you guys hear is the fact that my console crashed.
I got a
So yeah, there it is.
597.
It's saved. So yeah, it's the first world record achieved by myself, Dr. Fish. I wanted. So December also had quite a bit of awesome runs. I wish I could show them all. I can't, unfortunately. So I'll point some of them out as some of them are world records. Shibby got the 23.891 on Glacier Coast Glacier Coast 1 lap, improving his already untied world record. Let's talk about I want to talk about Pancakes for a bit. Pancakes came in at the end of the year and dropped some incredible times. He came in with his first ever 105. He got the 105.968 on Sunset Bay. He nearly got a 103 on Sunny Beach with the Sunny Beach 104.088, and he also got a Sunset Bay Reverse 109.880. A couple of their benchmarks achieved. are bigger times. Sunset Bay 105.519 by myself with a a 19.869 lap. And I also achieved the Marine Fortress 21.9491 lap. I wish, which is currently 5th place. I want to end by talking about Drake Lake Reverse. And before we get there, Hayate also got a 105.322 on Sunset Bay, which is incredible, and he has actually built upon that. But Drake Lake Reverse was really the story at the end of the year, I want to say. And his game, it's actually 2 players. It's Quick Person IND, who I started off the year with talking about, and it's Game. So, Quick Person got a 111.504, an incredible time, just an incredible time. He got this. He beat Shibby and he beat Game, and he beat myself as well. I think he was somewhere in here. He might have been like 6th or 7th at the time of getting this, and he worked his butt off. And Quick, you had a great year. And this 111.504 is just incredible. But Game, in Game fashion, he was gonna hold this for Kapad, but he brought this out for us, on the 25th, or it was played on November 25th, but he submitted it on the 27th. And I know this was a special time for Game. Game, as well as myself, I think we both started playing Wave Race, and Ilu was the person I watched. Ilu was the first person I ever watched play Wave Race competitively. He was playing Drake Lake, obviously, because that's his course. I'm not sure about Game. I'm sure Game probably watched a lot of stuff from Ilu, dude, from GoldenEye to Wave Race. And this is the first time that Game beat Ilu on, obviously. And it's quite the run. He actually, even with that buoy bump on lap 2, he still has an incredible lap. He still gets the 22.9 lap, 22.997. And just to continue it, he has also another amazing lap here. He doesn't really even get a big skip. He just plays so smooth. This is Game's 2nd world record he achieved. A 111.311 on Drake Lake Reverse. What a great run. Holy cow. I don't know what it's gonna, I don't know who is gonna have to come and take that world record. If Ilu doesn't come back to the game, someone else will. I'll certainly try. Shibby will probably give it a go at some point. But somebody's gonna have to come in and dethrone Game from that eventually. Or who knows, this might be the start of Game's reign as a great Wave Race player and potential champion. Also, I forgot to mention one time, and my apologies, I got the Port Blue Reverse world record. I tied Shibby's 115, and then I went on it and kept going, and eventually did claim the world record, my 2nd world record. But I just want to end watching that video from Game, and then I want to go and I want to show the full game leaderboards, because the full game leaderboard changed so drastically this year. There's so many of these runs that happened within the last year. So you have, I'll go down. We have early 2018. We have Horkarab with a 955. We have Kirch coming on with the 953. With Braden 951. Stone Cold Hard 944, As Money 941. I shaved my time all the way down to a 930. These are really the times I wanted to make note of. All of these times here were achieved this last year. We have Hayate, who had a 928, shaved 4 seconds in one run to a 924. Simply incredible. Metalhead got a 927. I believe that was an All Championships run. Metalhead also had a huge year in All Champs, and I'll mention that when we get to All Champs. We have Pancakes with a 928, the fourth player to get a sub 930. He beat me to that achievement. And also I got the 930, which was awesome. Championship Hard, we see the first of Shibi's world records that he ends with. He has an 1108. He got that earlier this year. Also this year, I achieved the 1117. Metalhead got an 1118. And Pancakes gets an 1133 on 1.0. And then also Stone Cold Hard with the 1147, improving his time. Okay. Come on. Look at this. This is so sad. Okay. Maybe this time it'll work. I'm sorry, everybody. Championship Expert. Shibi got the first ever... Oh, no, this was late last year. Shibi got the 1256 Expert. So Shibi PB'd on 3 different categories, but this was not one of them. I achieved a 1307 at the end of last month, or at the end of December. Metalhead with the 1313. Kirch with a 1342. We got Pancakes with a 1356 on 1.0. We got Log Cabin with 1346 on 1.0. Stone Cold 1343 on Shindu. And we have Braden getting a 1428, as well as Dangerless getting a 1441 on a Virtual Console, and Trippy getting a 1414 on 1.0. Championship Reverse also had some fierce competition and some people showing up on the leaderboard. There's not quite as many players, but nonetheless the action was pretty good. We have Stone Cold Hard getting a 1354. We have Metalhead getting a 1334, tying Modal for third place, and as of the end of last year, I had a 1319. I'll show the obsoleted runs for that. I think I started with a 1357 or 1356, and I whittled it all the way down to a 1319. And then early this year, I achieved a 1313. And Reverse is a great category. Reverse and all these categories are great. And Normal has the most play. It's the most simple of the championships, which means when you get to the top level, it's just scraping for any little time save you can get as you get better. In All Champs, which not a very much played category, but you can see this year there were some great achievements. Shibi Pod getting a 51-27, a 51-20, and then ending in September with a 51-11 off of... Guys, Shibby was de-rusting when he did this run. Shibby just de-rusted a 9-second PB, which is incredible. We had Metalhead, Metalhead and myself, who, or I started off with a 54.07 I started with a 54.07 in March and ended the year at a 52.13, which I achieved in September. Eventually I would get these two PBs, and that's not this year. Metalhead first submitted his 52.40, and he quickly rose to the 52.13 to tie me. So we ended at a tie for second at the end of the year. It was Shibby a minute and 2 seconds ahead of us. So I'll hide. So I want to show one last time the leaderboard. The leaderboard as of the individual level leaderboard as of okay. Like, if it's even gonna let me. I'm sorry. I should have a picture of the leaderboard to post up for you guys. One last time. This is your leaderboard. This was your leaderboard at the end of 2018. Shibby Pod holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shibby Pod holds 18 of the records, of the single level records. Game holds 2 and Ilu holds 3. I see Shibby holds 17 because there's 7 other world records he doesn't hold. So a huge change from last year, where I believe Shibby held 22 of the world records going into the year. The only ones he did not hold was the Drake Lake 3-lap and the Drake Lake 1-lap. We saw many people get world records. We saw many people rise up and become and either make a rookie debut or really continue strong from their success. Overall, 2018 was amazing, and I'm so looking forward to what we have in 2019. On behalf of the Wave Race 64 community, I have been Dr. Fish. If you want to check out our leaderboards, the URL is down below. It's speedrun.com/waverace64, and we have daily conversation in our Discord, and I will link that I will link that in the chat. I will put it in the description down below on the YouTube video for you guys and gals, whoever wants to come in and hang out with us. We're a pretty cool community, I think. So here's to an awesome 2019. Have a great night, everyone.